Your Majesties, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for returning. Trust you and yours are well, and you're loving yourself and others like always. Many thanks to all of you for the support you give to the channel. Thank you so much to our channel members, to our anonymous supporters, to all of you, my esteemed subscribers. You loved, celebrated, and of course appreciated. Without the white man, the black man is nothing. Yes, I stumbled upon this is of interest, and I'm bringing it to you here. The reason why I'm doing this and I'll keep doing this is because I've told you here time without number that we as black people are the cause of our problems because we have refused to decolonize. We have refused to wash our brains. Okay? So we are still brainwashed. Since we refuse to wash our brain, we are brainwashed. And since we are brainwashed, the enemy will keep taking advantage. In 2025, in this age and era, where a lot is brought to light, we still have a good number of Africans who are refusing to learn. Since they don't want to learn the easy way, they will learn the hard way. You have a young man who still believes, that without the white man, Africa is not, see, and I want you to understand the kind of situation people like us are in. Okay? A situation where you are trying to help your brother. You are trying to wake up your brother to take hold of his or her inheritance, the value of his or herself, to believe in his or herself. But that brother is saying, no, I do not want to wake up. Thank you, but I don't want to. I want to remain where I am. You are dragging them out of the mud. You tie rope, you dragging them out, helping them to help themselves. They are not just leaving themselves without even making efforts to be pulled. They are even dragging you. If care is not taken, they will drag you into that ditch where they are. This is the kind of situation that we are in. People are bent. All right? People have agreed totally. They don't want anything to change again. They feel that what they know is a fact. Whether the day becomes night and the night becomes day, whether the world is turned upside down or inside out, they will still believe that the white man is their savior and there is nothing you can do about it. And that's why we have a generation of people who still believe the white man as a god. It's unfortunate, Your Majesties. And is very, I'm even ashamed for this person.
Check this comment out. That black man is nothing without the white man. And the person who put out this comment had earlier said that Africa wouldn't even know its minerals existed if it weren't for Europe. Honestly, that's not just wrong, it's insulting. And it's the same old colonial mindset that was meant to make Africans doubt themselves. And that is why I share these stories, because if we don't change the narrative, Africa won't move forward. The truth is, Africa was something long before colonization. We had civilizations. Mali with its wealth, we've heard about this over and over. Scholarships in Timbuktu, Ethiopia's ancient kingdoms, the empires of Congo and Zimbabwe. Africans were trading, building, innovating, and shaping global history. We smelted iron in Nok and Kush, gold-powered Mali and Ghana, salt, copper, ivory, all traded across Africa and beyond. Even the Mauritanian ore that sparked this comment I'm referencing to. Africans were mining and working with metal centuries before Europeans showed up. Colonialism didn't discover Africa. It extracted from it. It didn't create African identity. It disrupted it. In fact, what people call Western civilization was built using Africa's resources, labor, and knowledge. Enslaved Africans built parts of Europe and the Americas. African minerals powered industries, and today African culture, from our music and fashion to food and philosophy, still shapes the world. So when someone says the black man would be nothing without the white man, I flip it around. What would the modern world be without Africa? For me, the bottom line is this. We are not defined by colonization or by Europe. We are defined by our history, our resilience, and our future. Africa was something before colonization. It is something now, and it will even be greater as we keep on telling our own stories.
Her Majesties, that was Susie there. You can check her out on YouTube as well. Very fun woman with very educating content. I love her. Yeah. So, there was a video which she made about the greatness of the continent of Africa before now, and young men and women left comments disagreeing that without Europe, without America, without a white man, Africa would be nothing. And every white man will accept this because of white power, white supremacy. They always want to make the world fear them and make the world believe that without them, we wouldn't be existing. So it's something that it's not new. This is their tactics and everything. Okay. To have people see, this is the level of which our brains are distorted. At this age and time where knowledge is out, is open, knowledge is free. You can get to any knowledge. In short, if you doubt, just try to type it somewhere. You might see an iota of truth, even if the whole truth might not be there on the internet, which we are aware of. But there might be something that will lead you. If you are inquisitive, if you want to know, you will know. Any African making a comment like that is an African who have decided not to learn. An African who have decided to remain in the box. We were all in the box. Majority of us have opened the box and are out of it. Some have opened the box, but they are not out of it. And people like us are trying our best to see that we help them out of the box. There are some that are not just inside the box. The box is not just closed, but they have locked themselves inside the box. You understand? So when someone locks his or herself inside a box, how do you open it when the lock is inside? It is the person that locks it. And it is still the willingness of the person to open it that will help the person open. If the person don't want to open, the person is not willing to open the box, the ones outside cannot. And the fear of breaking, if you break in and then you hurt the person and the person dies. I hope you understand these illustrations I'm giving. There are people who have made up their mind. They have concluded that they will never see the world in a different light. They will never see Africa in a different light. I don't know if the video is up, but we see this young white woman telling us who we are. I keep telling you here, as Africans, melanated people worldwide, majority of us don't know who we are. I'm using the word majority because recently things I begin to see from people. It's still, I'm overwhelmed because even this time we still have this number of people who are still sleeping. Then there is a lot of work for us to do as those who are gradually waking up or those who have woken. Yes, I know. What if you're putting in effort and the one who is asleep thinks that he's the one who is awake? And then you that is awake, they think you are the one sleeping. You see the kind of situation we are in. And then instead of us practically working, practically seeing life for what it is, practically, right? Majority of people ends up in churches and mosques praying that the Holy Spirit will change the situation. When the key to changing the situation is in your hand. This is what we are faced with by this is the kind of situation we are in. And it is quite unfortunate, Your Majesties, I tell you, it is unfortunate. Okay? Now, there are Africans who believe that Africa should be forever grateful to the white man. For without the white man involving in Africa, Africa would have still been living in a primitive world. Now, this is what white supremacy taught Africa. And when I say taught Africa, the new generation of Africa. When I say new generation of Africa, I'm not talking about ancient ancestors. I'm talking about ancestors of ours of recent times. Great-grandparent, grandparent, great-great-grandparents. Some of them. Because they were also taught by the colonialists. The system of education that was used is even the system of the colonial masters. It is recently that we have people who are forcing up, waking up by force, asking questions. And that's why we see the ancestors returning. the ancestors returning, the kind of upbringing we got from our parents. If we give the same to our children, nothing will work. Because our parents were brainwashed. Our parents were the group that were so into this captivity of the white man through religion, through mind control, through, they were the ones that were taking advantage of so well because everything in their belief system is all the colonized understanding of life and the African continent. Our parents and grandparents, most of them don't even believe that Africa was independent before meeting the white man. They still believe and tell you that, oh, when the white man came, it was then that this happened, it was then that happened. I'm saying this for a fact. Our parents and grandparents. So when I say our ancestors, most of the times I'm talking about those who were before, like 4, 5, 5th generation backward. Now, a man or a woman who have a thought like this would never see the white man as the enemy. And this is the plan, this is the tactic, this is what they want. They never want Africa to liberate herself. They never want Africans to wake up. They want us to remain where we are so that they can keep lording it over us, taking advantage of us, stealing our resources, and going away with it. But we will not have anything to say because they are white like you, Jesus. Right? What is happening in the Sahel is what they never expected. In short, even though they expected it, they had planned beforehand, they have preparations on ground already. They used all those tactics when the Sahel began liberating itself, but none of it worked because it was the day the day broke. It was the day had broken for the liberation of the Sahel to come, and so it came. Nothing was able to hold it down, and it is unfortunate that we Africans at this point are the ones selling ourselves for the enemy, not the enemy even. In as much as Europe and America had done a lot of evil to the continent, to Africans, to melanated worldwide, in as much as they are to be blamed for the situation that Africa is in, we should not rule out the fact that at this point in time, we also are to be blamed for our situation. Yes, because the tool to us understanding what life was before and what life is all in our hands, but we are not using it. This is the age of knowing. Any man or woman, any African melanated who have chosen not to know is his or her decision. We are not to blame anybody anymore because the knowledge is there for us to go fetch. What do you think? Leave your thoughts and opinion there at the section. I'm going to see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others. Stay safe, stay positive always, Your Majesties. Bye for now.